always exciting when you know it's going to be a tense one.
Right into the match. How you look at Canberra Havoc trying to establish their first win on the board in the group stage, and we'll see how they come out the gates against Eros. Cabo and company. Cabo trying to set up early for Eros, but already a clear back to their corner.
Real nice touch there from Tango. Important to break the possession early from Eros and reset everything, especially with 2 long clears now from both teams. Tango really trying to take his time, but he's let Cabo get so close, and that means Eros a chance to hold pressure here if Mock can win a couple of challenges. A delaying touch will be good enough.
Cabo able to stop it and has Sprat on the left wing, but overshot him by a little bit. 2 demos trading on both sides. Again, challenging in midfield. Cabo stealing that boost away. Moving back downfield, getting over Snowy, but coming back in was Vortex to keep the follow-up going. And whoop! Right back another player. Snowy, great challenge, and Tango will find the goal. First one belongs to Canberra Havoc.
Now, here's the benefit of being the team that notices one team make the mistake. They see Mock miss it, so Snowy knows he's going to be able to get back to a challenge somewhere, and he's feeling we've got all the momentum going right here. That mistake may cost him, and so he just lets that opposition just bounce that ball off his nose and keep it moving forward. Great challenge there from Snowy.
Yeah, Mock, gotta be careful next time he's traveling around midfield. Tango moving there quickly. Oh. Canberra Havoc moving like lightning across the pitch. 2-0.
Really get them all jammed up here in the corner. Sprat thinking Vortex maybe going to try and shoot that or at least pass it off the wall one more time. He takes it with him in the same direction, though, back off the corner. That pulls 2 people out into the corner, and the third man playing near post. He just didn't have the time to go out and get it because it bounced away from him.
Not a lot to start with for Team Eros, but they might get something off the kickoff. Cabo finds a great spot on the net and will pick up the first goal.
Now, I think it's Tango rotating into the net here. Yeah, you can see Cabo coming, and it's really kind of take your best guess on where he might shoot it. Well, directly above your shoulder at a real quick pace is definitely going to be enough to get the job done there. Again, nice capitalization on a missed touch. This time, Eros, the benefactors.
And Canberra already on the kickoff. Aren't actually going to get anything. The ball bounces right back to the blue half. For the most part, in this opening minute and a half, it has been Canberra Havoc in the driver's seat, but coming right back is Cabo off the crossbar, comes back around, but can't find the ball. And Snowy will pick it back up. He's deleted. Coming around, Mock.
Nice.
Forces another challenge out. Yeah.
He was close, and unfortunately, Vortex reading the play. Again, breaking Canberra Havoc out of a tight jam on their own half. Able to split that seam somewhere at the midfield line and keep Eros from building up too much pressure on the offensive side.
Well, Cabo all over this ball. No one wanting to commit from Canberra. Tango, last back, trying to flip back to match Cabo's speed. Snowy takes away his option, and Canberra able to stop another attack in its tracks. Snowy takes this one himself. It's going to be just wide of the net and taken away by Cabo.
Smooth transition there from Cabo from wall to air. Unfortunately, not going to mean too much. Mock comes up empty. Snowy playing the ball all the way. Going to capitalize again. The defense not able to come up with a crucial touch when it's needed most.
Yeah, Cabo getting the whiff and getting tied up with the second teammate as well. Someone's got to come up with that clear. It's as easy as that. And Canberra Havoc were given a gimme. 3-1 lead halfway through the match, or halfway through the game, excuse me. Cabo takes this one. Well, they've been Team Eros have been pretty successful on the kickoff. Nice pass in front and blocked by Tango. Another shot, a little too wide. Snowy plays it back out of the corner.
Loved the idea there from Eros, though. That soft dish down to the guy right on the outside of the net there. It's so tough to defend as a defender if you don't know that guy's there, if you lose track of him. So well defended by Tango to break up a great look on net.
Cabo sends it right back over. Rotation looking cleaner for Eros. Ooh. Although Mock, that ball getting by him, for Sprat able to clean it up. And the ball slips right over him. Cabo forced back into rotation. Tango sets it up for Vortex, but Mock quickly got there. It was another double commit from Team Eros.
Vortex in full steam ahead mode right there. It's, you know, let's twist the knife a little bit. It's 90 seconds left. Let's try and go up 3 and really put this one out of reach. Mock so close to being able to jam one back in and put Eros back in this game as time ticks down.
Canberra have really been successful at testing the back wall and the backboard of Team Eros. They've found consistent success with rebounds. Tango sets up Vortex, excuse me, and success begets success here for Canberra Havoc.
Full steam ahead indeed. It continues. Sprat really just tied up in a bad spot. He's rotating into the net as Tango is about to pass that into the middle. Really no good position you can approach that from as a defender in that situation. Kind of just hope it doesn't go their way, and Tango's going to get... Oh, never mind. He's not going to get another one off the kickoff. Vortex as well going to punch that one off the wall. And everything to reset here, and tough break for Canberra Havoc, but to be honest, up by 3, you're still pretty satisfied with how this is going.
I mean, there's been a couple good looks for Team Eros, but too far. And there's a lot of in between. Vortex picking up the 5th goal.
This is going to be the textbook definition of why, if you take it across your net, it's got to be with speed. Mock was actually trying to do that. He had what looked like a pretty good approach to hit it hard. Unfortunately, though, didn't get enough mass on the touch. Kind of just poked off the front of his car. It's like he's, you know, you hit the top of a golf ball or something, it goes nowhere, and he got dunked.
It might be the consistent pain point for Canberra Havoc to kind of put pressure on, just because Mock has been on the bad end of a couple of these that Canberra have scored. But Canberra have just overall been a little bit faster in Eros, while they've had a couple of solid transitions, haven't been able to mount much.
And Eros, I think their big key to success going forward in game 2, really going to look into stalling out some of those breakouts from Canberra Havoc. I think, you know, if they prevent Canberra Havoc from making, like, there's all this space right here in that midfield. Mock sure is able to come up with a touch, but he was beat to it. So if Canberra Havoc gets that touch, I mean, Eros again is going to have to rotate all the way back to their own half. So if you're Canberra Havoc, it's really got to come from some stability in the midfield line. You got to be matching those clears, got to be understanding where play is heading. And because sure, Canberra Havoc, you can give them all the credit for finding the seam to get the clear, right? But there is a line, you know, if it keeps happening, it might not always just be because Canberra Havoc's getting the right touch. Someone's likely out of position somewhere if you're getting away with it all the time. So that's really what I'm looking for Eros to improve in game 2 there, is just, you know, you got to shut down Canberra Havoc, at least in the midfield line, force a battle for possession rather than always trying to win it back.
It did feel like Cabo was trying to do that for Eros, right? Every time he grabbed the ball in his own half, if he wasn't trying to shake off 2 attackers, he was always trying to carry that ball downfield, whether it be through an air dribble or a couple of nice challenges, but they just couldn't stay in the blue half, you know?
Yeah, short-lived game there for Eros.
Yeah.
A couple of good looks, but ultimately what also helped Canberra Havoc out to the victory, some fast follow-throughs when they got those balls out of the corner, out into the midfield. It was dive at it and feel good, because if they got there, it was definitely because someone was missing. So if you see a couple of those clear attempts, they start to connect for Eros, you might catch Canberra Havoc on some nasty transitions there as well if they continue to be that aggressive.
And we'll see how they adjust on Forbidden Temple. Right now, Canberra Havoc comfortably in the driver's seat after the game on Manfield. Snowy kicks this one up, and Sprat will take it back over to the opposite side. Cabo gets the touch up across the backboard, but again, slow coming for a rebound, and Sprat gets kicked out of the way. Vortex will buy time for Tango to wait around in midfield.
And Mock really not too many options with where to put that one. Tango, big block. Cabo, nice delay, but Snowy's already right there on it. The demo attempts coming through on the back line. Thankfully, the recovery is enough from Cabo, and they will break the push.
Now, this is a chance for Eros to get set up in midfield, but they can't just let Tango out like that. I mean, Cabo's got to get up there and challenge him, right?
He was right there. He was thinking about it, and we'd have to go back on the replay and see how much boost he had or exactly what the timing situation looked like. It may have been the right play to pull off in that particular instance, but at a quick glance, it's like, you got to put some pressure on him because it let him out and they turned it into a goal. And so it's, you know, maybe hindsight a little 2020, but still.
You can't have a gap that big regardless and just let Tango through.
Oh, there we go. Score that.
Oh, they got him off the demo.
Oh, double
pick it up. All right. Team Eros are right back in it. Yeah.
Cabo might have let him out one time, but he's going to make sure the back door's open. There's the demo on the goal line. You make sure Vortex doesn't even have a chance to make it in time. Gets the demo out in the corner as well. Sprat, that's an easy one for him.
If you can't get there in time for the rotation, just delete them. It works out. And for Eros, you take it. Mox spikes that one back down to the ground. And Vortex, well, that one kicked up by Cabo again. Eros trying to move downfield. They're doing so successfully. Vortex couldn't find the rebound, but Tango did before Mock could get there. Canberra Havoc just a little bit faster on those reads. Oh. That one banked right off the posts on the...
There we
for
go.
Canberra Havoc. Vortex up. Mock trying to find the read. Taken back down. Again, though, it's not over. Cabo gets the clear out to the corner. Sprat wants to set up, but Tango gets the transition. And Snowy's blocked off by Mock. But Vortex, he's got a lane. He picked it and taken away by Mock again.
Looking a lot better in the midfield there from Eros. Multiple challenges right at the point of contact. Again, Cabo there able to come up with a big one. And Sprat able to throw Vortex off the scent for at least a little bit. And thankfully, Mock has enough time to make it back, but challenge game definitely improving the midfield line for Eros here in game 2.
Oh, and Tango beat midfield. Passing play connected. Snowy picks up the block. Things are connecting well for Eros, but can they do it consistently? It's been trouble in the blue half for the little time that they've spent in it, and this is the most that they have so far.
Tied game, though, in terms of shots on goal. Snowy gonna get another one here, and it's a bullet right over Sprat.
And this one will be hard to block no matter how good your positioning is. And you're looking at Sprat. He's got the perfect boost. That's where you want him to be. And it's just too hard. Too hard.
Great shot from Snowy. And connecting like that with the guy coming at you in your face. Keeping it into the top of the goal is the hardest part of shots like that. And oh my gosh, he's going to get another one off the kickoff. Snowy putting on a highlight reel.
I mean, this is just textbook kickoff for Snowy. There's nothing special about it. Cabo, again, it's these close fights. Achieves that Team Eros are losing, and they're just losing them outright. Like they aren't even able to get a touch on the ball.
I mean, it's not often I expect a guy to jump that early, and he set his redirect angle early. Snowy, he knew what he was going for right there, and that's just a quality effort on goal that the defense didn't even think they had to worry about. Caught him off guard.
Now, in what was a relatively tight game for Eros, Canberra Havoc are starting to pull away from.
Can they get it back here?
Cabo, taken away by Vortex, and it rolls right by Mock. Eros are going to be forced back to their own corner.
Nice play from Mock, though, forcing that ball. Sure, it went into a dangerous position, but much better take that challenge and let your teammates see the ball across net instead of the alternative of just letting the opposition pass it however they'd like.
Well, Vortex wins a clean challenge and forces the ball off Sprat. Tango flips it right by Cabo. The rotation's clean right now, and a good carry there across the corner from Sprat. Giving more time and space for Eros to figure things out. They're still down by 2. Oh, Tango almost gets the shot. Vortex just allowed to carry the ball from the corner, and Snowy pushes it forward again. Vortex, he backflips. He might be intentional, actually. We saw Sprat with the control.
There we go. Yep, control this ball, Cabo. Need to hang on to it. He's done just that, but can they get back to it is the question. Time definitely a factor now, under a minute. Gotta start stringing together shot after shot to see if you can break Canberra Havoc down.
Cabo tried to find it, but Snowy might have caught the whole rotation out. Snowy can't get the dunk, and Vortex taken away. But Tango, perfect read. Can't find the second touch. He had no boost left either.
He was really trying to drop the axe on him with that redirect, but unfortunately they'll have to hope that they can hold him off for another 30 seconds. Eros trying their best, but just doesn't seem like the support necessarily is there on the offense. It's kind of this pop it straight up the middle of the pitch and see if you can get an option to open up somewhere. And right now, Canberra Havoc, that 2-goal lead is really helping them in terms of their rotation. They know they don't have to take any risks. They're fine giving up a little bit of space if it means solidity. So that's going to waste plenty of time off the clock. Mock and Cabo trying to get physical, and still Snowy going to come off the wall. And it has absolutely been his game. 3 scores short of 700.
Yeah, Snowy popped off on Forbidden Temple and has been popping off in the whole match. Eros not quite able to put things together. Achieves, you were hitting the nail on the head with just being unable to get anything going on offense. And on defense, it's staggered at best at times, it feels like, for Team Eros. But like, where's the egg crack for this team? Like, how do they get back into it?
Canberra Havoc
or Team Eros? Team Eros.
Okay. Well, they did what we wanted to after that first game, right? It was really start meeting them at the point of contact at the midfield line, right? Start forcing Canberra Havoc to take some of those chances away from you. And they did a great job of that. Now, really, in game 3, the best thing you can hope for is that you don't let the game get out of hand too early. You know, that 2-goal lead is such a powerful thing early on, because that's where the point where you really don't have to take a lot of risks. And that's why Canberra Havoc was able to have all that stability. You have to force Canberra Havoc to keep trying to take some chances out on offense and catch them out back the other way. And so I suppose it's really going to come down to the defense keeping them in the game more than how their offense needs to execute. Because if you keep it tight, Canberra Havoc has to put some type of pressure on offense, and that is bound to open up holes back the other way, as Mock just off the mark.
He's sad he didn't have a little bit more boost and he could have had power behind that shot. It was a good setup for Mock, who had game 1 was not the strong suit. Couple of pretty bad whiffs, but since then, I think he's really cleaned up despite the struggles against Canberra Havoc. He's not having those whiff issues nearly as much. In fact, winning some of those challenges.
Now they've got that support out there. That's a great pass out into the middle from Eros, but now it's just defense of Canberra Havoc showing you that they're not cowed by any of these attempts, and now you're going to have to find some type of way, be it mechanical, demo, or who knows, the odd whiff might just catch him off.
For Eros, the demo seemed to have worked on Forbidden Temple, but they weren't able to recreate that in the blue half at any time.
Third man got demoed back on the other side. That's why Mock wasn't anywhere near that play. There was a double demo for both teams, and despite Eros doing an excellent job holding onto the ball there, just not enough people in position. And there's a float for Cabo, but he's just a little too far back. You can't blame him for feeling confident, or feeling not confident enough, I should say. You want to hold off for a better chance than something that is very likely just to get cleared over your head and leave your team in a bad spot. There's the demo. He wants 2. He's going to get it. Spread off the wall. Vortex is the only one home. Mock had to wait and see if he got it.
Mock, yeah, just no chance to really go at it. And I mean, that was the setup you really wanted. Mock, another one off the backboard, but can't find the read. Cabo picks this one up off the backboard.
There we go.
Where's the shot? There it is from Sprat. Finally, Canberra Havoc's defense cracks.
Had to rely on that mistake. Mock caught them flat-footed, and it's Tango right there who needs to get that touch. And as soon as it doesn't happen, Snowy knows he's caught out dead to rights. He's not going to beat Sprat back to that ball. And now it's just put it in between the goalposts. Well done, 1-0 Eros.
Eros, I believe it's their first lead in any game so far. Canberra have scored first each time. Vortex will start the push for Canberra Havoc back to the orange half. Snowy picks this one up. Tango following him closely. That's risky, and they got the transition on him. Sprat puts another one in. That's his second.
That's what we're talking about. You force Canberra Havoc to have to take chances. They start to go for these bad challenges in the midfield. Tango is beat by a mile to that challenge, and they just pass it back out the other way. And Vortex is kind of looking at Tango on his approach forward, saying, all right, if he jumped for it, he's probably got a chance. And so he's not wary of that ball never even getting contested by his teammate, and he gets beat back behind him.
It's also the relative ease of which Canberra Havoc have been able to just progress across the pitch and having to pick up a couple more saves. This offense from Eros is the most that they've had to face so far. Another kick low off the ramp. Vortex gonna let it go, and Cabo able to get the ball back out. Now Cabo gets underneath towards the net. Tango throws it back to the opposite side, and another quick transition here for Canberra Havoc.
Ooh, crucial touch for Mock, because you're right, those quick transitions, dangerous to handle, because Eros, despite having the 2-goal lead, not really feeling like they need to turtle up per se. Sprat just gonna poke one right down Main Street, catches Canberra Havoc thinking this one's gonna get cleared up the side, and nope.
Yeah, Sprat found the rhythm for this game. Whatever Snowy was drumming to, he's drumming to now with a hat trick. And all 3 of those goals, by the way, Cabo on the assist. The playmaker for him, and Canberra Havoc are left goalless. Another catch for Cabo. Trying to force Tango off the ball, but Tango still finds his way there. Now Snowy. Ooh, tried to get around Sprat, but Sprat, again, he's got his pulse on the beat of this pitch. Can't seem to find him in the wrong spot.
He is doing an excellent job. Is right here. He's really just playing support for Cabo, but that's not a good clear. Tango actually puts that in a good spot, forces Mock to have kind of this awkward challenge, and one way or the other, Eros still able to worm their way out on defense and turn a fortune here, it would seem. Vortex hoping he can fake out Cabo.
That ball. Yeah, that ball jet out to the side earlier, but Canberra Havoc did get back over to the blue half, and now they're just contending with more Eros pushes right to their own back wall, which are just time wasters at this point. Mock setting up Sprat, but no 4th goal will be had, and Cabo will take the boost for his efforts.
It didn't go in because it wasn't Cabo passing the ball. That's right. Exactly why it didn't go in.
Those numbers have to be clean.
Never mind. I lied.
Oh, it's over. It's all broken. It's all broken.
Mock heard me. He's like, no. Watch this. I'm going to put this one right on his nose.
Yeah, I get Mock gets one too. 4 assists, and Sprat, as long as he gets the goal, I think they're happy with this one. 699 points.
Had to one up Snowy from last game.
Poor Snowy. But Canberra Havoc are up 2-0 in the set. About to be 2-1 in the set. But this was exactly the game I think you were talking about for Eros right before we started on DFH Achieves. And they started winning those challenges in midfield. Canberra Havoc started getting desperate, trying to find passes. They took too many risks.
Another open net back the other way.
Why not give him the double hattie at this point? Just give him the double hattie. Yeah, 14 seconds.
14 seconds, that is plenty of time for 1 or 2 looks. It should be just put the ball at Sprat and see if he scores it.
Big brain move for Eros is to go for the Spanish kickoff here. Oh, that works too.
Well, it's going the other way now. Never mind.
That didn't work.
It started off good, and they gave one back. It started off good. Like, Sprat had a look, but he didn't have anywhere else to put it, and Vortex stole the boost and able to take it up the wall. It was close to good enough, but it definitely collapsed a little bit there for Eros.
While it was fun to dream for a little bit, all things come back to reality sooner or later. And the reality is, oh, look at this. They tried, and then they almost got scored on, but Mock picks up the ball, and we'll move on to game number 4. So,
want to give it to Sprat? Did he try?
Yeah. Do they?
Oh, it's going to be Mock.
That's Mock's goal.
No.
Mock crawling his way up the leaderboards here at the end of the game.
Yeah, Sprat pulled off too. He knew Mock's look was better. Not that it really made much of a difference at the end of all things, but huge turnaround there from Team Eros. Definitely, like you said, exactly what we were looking for out of Eros. You need that stability on defense. You start equalizing on that challenge game in the midfield and force Havoc to take a few more risks over on the offensive side, and they definitely caught them back without anybody in position to defend them multiple times in that game.
Yeah, Canberra did seem to favor that second to third man passing, like always trying to find that infield pass. And I mean, I don't think like that's really condoned ever, really, unless you really got that defender beat. Those risks in midfield just lead to Sprat doing what he did, which is putting 5 goals on net. So
it started with that whiff too off the backboard from I don't remember exactly which player it was, but it hung the second man in rotation completely out to dry, and from that point on, that was really where Canberra Havoc tried to step on the gas pedal a little more and just went out of control. So game 4, now's the time to battle back Canberra Havoc. You can't be rattled by how much of a blowout that last one was. I think you just have to write it off and say that one got away from us. We made a couple mistakes early on, and say we still know we're playing well, because it's very easy to fall into the mental trap of, oh man, they just clapped us when we were up 2-0.
Yeah, Amphis from Ground Zero, he was saying, there was a game where yeah, we might have got a little lax and let off the gas a bit, but then snap back into place. That's what Canberra need. They need a ground zero level snap back here on Utopia. Oh, the Snowy going to cover the gap. That's a clean look for Tango.
Wow.
Snowy gets in front of it off the post, and it's a perfect bounce for Vortex.
This was just gross to handle from the Eros perspective. I mean, you see that shot from Tango, that's perfectly executed to the back post, but the real dagger, the kick in the gut, is the perfect bounce back into the middle. Oh, yeah, man.
That one just like you get punched in the gut, and then they just twisted their fist. It's like, come on, man. That hurts.
It's like you thought you got away with it. You're like, phew, and it's like, oh, no, perfect. It's still right there.
A little bit left in the tank just to drill through. Canberra will start the game, scoring first as they'd have previously.
Now, here's your test if you're Eros, right? You've given up that first goal. Now to Canberra Havoc, find that stability, that strong structure, the willingness to pull off a little bit on defense to hold on to a lead. And can they stall him out? That was a beautiful pass to Cabo, but it's just off the nose.
Oh, Cabo isn't the perfect set for it. He was there as well, but blocked by Vortex. And Mock is forced back to his own corner. But
great control.
Yeah, and another solid challenge forces Tango to go wide.
Much needed delay there from Mock. Even if it didn't look the prettiest, his two teammates ran into each other back on the other end of the pitch, and now it's going to be a 1-on-1 for Snowy here. Sprat, he is jumping so early, and Snowy just cuts him down.
Oof. Why does he jump early here, too, as we're looking back? Sprat.
Oh, does he think he's got boost? He might think Snowy has boost, and he's trying to just rip one into the left side, so he just jumps. That's my best guess for why he jumped so early.
Panic is also another option.
Yes, the classic symptom.
It seemed like a little bit of panic in there. But 2-0, and Team Eros are left looking for answers where they thought they found someone DFH. They seem to have lost the script on Utopia so far, but the opening 2 minutes are gone, and they're fighting for their lives here in the orange half. Here comes the third time. Snowy picks them apart again.
Plenty of time. I was just thinking you just got to get out of your half. Well, here comes Vortex getting a cheeky bump on combo. Of course it goes right to Snowy, and of course he punches it into the top right corner. 3-0 Canberra Havoc. Now you sweat if you're Eros.
I'm really loving the pinpoint accuracy from Snowy.
He's put in
some tough ones. And then there was Tango's assist earlier where he banged it off the inside of the post. Mock blocked by Snowy again. Sprat sends this one up. Now there's some energy here on the Eros attacking line. That one off the backboard. Shot is good from Mock, but blocked anyway by Tango.
Snowy coming down off the top of that net there, he flipped, and so it stalled his car's momentum in the air. And so he was actually kind of able to act as a barrier from his teammates clear and poke that ball back out in the middle when he could have easily own goaled it if he flipped the wrong way. Tango gets demoed with a chance to really put this game on ice. And Eros going to hang on just a little bit.
Oh, every little touch from Team Eros is just inching them closer to the blue net. But Vortex takes it away to the corner. A tough read. Sprat setting up another one, and Mock is there again. Cabo, he's been waiting here in midfield for his chance. He's going to get one here to get the ball out, but you saw the contest on the opposite side of the field. They were getting chipped off of each other in midfield.
I was wondering why no one picked up that midfield boost for either team. Sprat trying to get the demos on Snowy, maybe open up a lane for Mock. He is forced to dive at it. Snowy's still on demolition. Snowy's caught out. What a play from Sprat. Oh my gosh.
Sprat says, okay, we can't get the goals, we can't get the passes. I'm just deleting the entire team. If you go on Wikipedia right now, I think half of the Canberra Havoc name is gone. It's just not there anymore because Sprat deleted it.
Oh, you could tell Snowy had no idea. He's like, one demo, that's fine. And then he, like, two demos, both your teammates are like, I'm dead. And it's just like, wait, what?
Left
he
all
was
alone.
Just toast.
Ooh. Maybe the spark that Cabo and company need. Pre-flip in, does he get the shot? Not before it's taken away, but that's still a good push here if Sprat can get something going.
Got to hold on to this one, Mock. A nice air dribble, not quite going to get the job done. Cabo was on his way to deny midfield boost, and now is going to have to work it out of his own half if they want to get themselves within one.
Cabo, nice square up on the challenge. Again, the challenges in midfield are good enough, but too many goals have been let in. And so being able to contest midfield is just not good enough. Tango, double tap. That's a pretty one. Canberra up by 3.
Who was it? Was it Cabo coming off the back? Oh, he jumped so early. Oh, no. Couldn't really figure out what Tango was trying to do with it. Pulled himself out of position. And like you said, there can be no brilliancy without error. Tango delivers the dagger.
Mock underneath Tango and can't get back to the ball. It's taken away. Spratt kicks it hard against the side wall. The shot denied by Snowy. Another demo from Spratt on a Tango, but Mock can't get to the ball in time. Still, Eros will not give up. Spratt off the crossbar, can't find the goal. Snowy underneath, forced out by Mock, and Spratt unfortunate on the rotation back. Ball bounced right into him. Oh, Spratt gets back over to Cabo. Too much time though. Tango hanging it up. Snowy putting it back downfield. Canberra Havoc put on a 4-1 stomp here onto Eros on Utopia, and they will take this match and get their first win.
Well, story of that series. You get out in front early and hold on to it after that. Team Eros tries, they might just didn't ever quite have that ball control, you know, on those transitions, not quite nailing the execution on some of those air dribbles, able to break through that first line of defense occasionally, but never quite having the support or the recovery effort afterwards to continue to hold on to it. So those early leads paying big dividends there for Canberra Havoc, and that leads them to the win.
Well, we do have an update from the other group. Overt reverse swept Direwolves in a 3-2 set, and they will take the match there. We got plenty more OCE Rocket League coming up for you guys after the break. Don't go anywhere.